Hi, welcome to Mondays with Melissa. Today I want to talk about planning at every phase and every stage of your life. The old adage, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, is not cliche. It absolutely fits in this circumstance. You must have a plan in place, and your plan's going to look different depending on your age, your health, and your overall situation. So again, once somebody turns 18, there's no one with the legal authority to step in and make decisions for them. So we stress that once someone turns 18, they always should have a power of attorney, a healthcare proxy, and a living will. They may not need anything else at that point in time, and that might be fine for some period of time. But perhaps something goes on with that individual when they're still at a younger age and they have some sort of accident, and now there's other things that needs to be done. Maybe there's government benefits involved. Perhaps they are now disabled and we have a disability issue, insurance issue, and we have other family members who might be leaving assets to that person, and we want to make sure they're doing it correctly so as not to upset that person's government benefits. So again, you could be a younger individual having to look at planning from the standpoint of having some sort of injury. Then as we get older, we get married, we have children, then we want to start thinking about other areas of need. So maybe you have minor children. You want to make sure you have language in your documents that state who's going to take care of your minor children if something happens to both of the parents, who's going to continue to raise them, how are you going to fund that? You need to make sure you're leaving money to take care of those children. So does that look like life insurance, or perhaps a special account that you set up that's going to be left to those same people who you're asking to take the children if something were to happen again to both parents? So that becomes the focal point of the plan, and that's when the plan shifts. And then later on down the road, as you're working and you're accumulating money, maybe you're looking at trusts and long-term care insurance in case there's care needs later on in life. Maybe you have an estate tax issue. Maybe your assets are growing exponentially and you need to make sure that your plan is in place to protect those assets and protect your family from having to pay a hefty estate tax when you pass away. Or maybe we're looking at Medicaid down the road because perhaps you can't qualify for long-term care insurance medically, or maybe it's just not affordable for you. So we have to look at, what if I need Medicaid down the road? Every plan looks different because everybody's life is different. You're in a different part of your life, a different phase of your life, and everybody has different scenarios going on. So the plan is going to be really tailored to what's going on in your life, what stage of your life you're at, what your goal is, what's the end game, what do you want to see happen with your assets. We have people come in all the time who have never married and they don't have children and they really don't have any close family members. And so they're not so concerned with asset preservation and asset protection planning. They want to know that they're going to be able to use what they have and how to make it last, how to avoid outliving those funds. And then we have other people who come in and say, I want to make sure every penny that I have, every hard-earned penny, goes to my kids. And how do I make that happen? So it's really important when you speak to an elder law and estate planning attorney like myself, you need to know what's your goal, what's your end game, what do you want to see happen? And then as we go through those phases of life, we can walk you through on the path and doing all of the right things. So knowing what you want and really getting the information to your trusted professionals is super important. Put any questions you have in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions. If you call, we do offer free consultations at our offices in Garden City, Melville, and Port Jeff. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.